Who got into the Nissan Altima?
Me, Ksoo, and Scotty.
Who was driving the vehicle? How'd you get the keys?
They was handed to me.
By who?
Ksoo.
Hakeem Robinson. Did Hakeem Robinson do anything or say anything to you when he handed you the keys? What was that?
He smirked. He smirked at me.
What did you take that to mean?
That I was driving.
Clock in. Black Gotta just walked in. Team Black Gotta stand up, man. Yo, we back with another video with Ksoo and ATK Scotty. All right, guys, we finally made it to day 3, and this is a video that's gonna break down majority of the key points in today's court date, man. And when I tell y'all it was a mess, oh yeah, it's getting messy. Today's court date revolved around the girl that the witness from yesterday's scene driving the car that picked up Ksoo, and an analyst that could prove that the height of the suspect with the firearm was not 5'8", he was actually 6 foot, and last but not least, the star witness of this whole trial, Dominique Barner. Today he's taking a stand and he's finna tell the whole story from front to back. So y'all stay to the end, cause this video right here is really interesting. And for those of you guys who love the updates we've been dropping over here, man, and you want to support the work that I do for you guys can leave me a dono, and you can also send me a message through that dono so I can read the best messages in the next video and the top donator. I'm pretty sure we all knew this would get as hectic as it's getting, and I believe around day 5 everybody's jaws finna drop. In this video there's gonna be a few people that we didn't talk about last video that's gonna be presented in this video. One of those people is Raekwon Howard, and another one of those people is Ksoo's brother. He's been brought up throughout this whole trial, but this was specifically placed Ksoo's brother as being one of the individuals waiting for Ksoo and ATK Scotty and Dominique Barner to get the job done. And from the looks of it, this just was a day where everything went wrong and nobody paid attention to none of the signs, y'all. Nobody paid attention to, you know what, let's just go home and vibe out, man. And the ridiculousness of what we are about to witness right now is just outrageous. I don't even know what to say about it other than the fact that, yeah, these boys are a little bit too hot out here. They might need some milk. But we're gonna start this off with the woman who picked up Ksoo, and yes, she is actually testifying against Ksoo in today's court day.
What's the first thing you remember about that morning?
I was being woke up out my sleep.
Who was waking you up?
Torgan.
And do you recall around what time on January 15th that was?
Like early afternoon.
And so do you mean around lunchtime or later, if you remember?
Before lunchtime.
Was it unusual for you to have still been asleep at that time?
No.
Right. And why is that?
Because I took care of my grandma overnight.
And did she live with you?
No.
Where was she staying?
With my dad.
After you were woken up on January 15th of 2020 by Torgan, did you see anyone else in your home?
Yes.
And who was that?
A Kareem.
Abdul Robinson Jr.?
Yes.
And what happened after you were woken up by Torgan?
I woke up and I went out to the living room and him and Kareem were there, and they asked me to go pick up Hakeem.
Did you know why they wanted you to pick him up?
No.
Did you ask?
No.
Did you finally agree to do that?
Yes.
Did it seem to you like Torgan or Abdul Robinson Jr. did not want to go pick him up themselves?
Yes.
Where did you have to go to pick Hakeem up?
Up Arlington Expressway in some apartments.
And how did you know where to go?
Kareem, I believe Kareem said it, or I don't know if there was a thing on his phone with a map. That I cannot remember.
Did you go to that apartment complex?
Yes.
How did you get there?
I drove my silver Honda.
Did Abdul Robinson Jr. have a vehicle at your home that day?
Yes.
Do you recall what it was?
It was an SUV.
Were you given anything before you left to go pick Hakeem Robinson up?
Yes.
And what was that?
Kareem's phone.
Do you recall what type of phone it was?
I believe it was an iPhone.
Did you have a phone on January 15, 2020?
Yes.
Was your phone working on January 15, 2020?
No.
The whole day?
Not the whole day.
get deactivated?
No, when I woke up, my phone was off. I didn't know I didn't pay the bill.
Later that day, did you pay the bill?
Yes.
Okay. After you got into your silver Honda and you drove to the apartment complex, what happened?
I was riding through. I pulled into it's like some brick apartments. I pulled in, and I was like circling around because I didn't really know exactly where he was at. So I was like going through a loop, and I got a call on the phone. I don't know if it was an Instagram call. I can't recall, a regular call, FaceTime. And it was Hakeem saying, I'm down here, like turn around.
Do you recall what the apartment complex looked like?
It was brick buildings.
Your Honor, may I publish on exhibits that are already in evidence?
Yes.
I'm showing you what's in evidence as State's Exhibit 177. Do you recognize this photograph?
Yes,
And what do you recognize that to be?
the apartments.
That's the same apartment complex you went to on January 15, 2020?
Yes,
And showing you State's Exhibit 179. Do you recognize that photograph?
yes,
And is that those same apartment complexes?
yes.
Now, explain again, when you initially pulled into the apartment complex, do you know what building you went to, or where exactly did you go?
I went straight. It's like one way in, one way out. I went down, and then I went to turn around.
And were you looking for someone?
Yes,
And that's when you got the call?
yes.
After you got that call, where did you go in the complex?
Can you repeat that?
Sorry, where did you go in the complex?
I pulled in to like right here,
Excuse me.
right here. The spot, like right here.
And what happened when you pulled into that spot?
Hakeem came from under, like up from over here.
And what did he do?
He got in my back seat.
You said he got into the backseat of your car?
Correct.
And did he have a firearm with him?
No,
Today, do you recall what he was wearing?
I don't.
Do you remember what his hair was like that day?
He had like dreads, but they're like twisty looking like dreads.
And about how far down did they go?
Like right here.
After you got Hakeem Robinson and he got into your car, where'd you go?
Back to my house.
Did y'all talk at all on the way back?
No,
About how long did it take you to get back to your house on Dalehurst?
about 5 minutes.
And when you got back, what did you do?
I don't know if I handed Kareem's phone to Hakeem or gave it back to Kareem, and I went back to my room and laid back down.
Did you ever ask them about what happened on January 15, 2020?
No.
And shortly after this, did you stop dating Torgon?
Yes.
No further questions, Judge.
Now that's tough. When I initially heard her story, it made me think, whoa, Ksoo just might be cooked. Cause she told that story from front to back, and there's not too many things you could tell her about her own story. You can't tell her story is fake. The only thing you can do is prove that her story is fake. But I do want to shed light on Ksoo's attorney, how she cross-examined this young lady who was the witness. And I ain't gonna lie, she did a magnificent job of cross-examining her. The reason why is because she made literally everything this girl said uncredible. You know why? Because she decided to not tell the full truth. You could just hear certain things she's saying that don't even sound right in her story. It's like she'll point out things that's done, and then when you ask her, well, what you did? I don't know. Everything that involved her, she doesn't know. And from what I've been seeing, that is leaving extreme amount of room for reasonable doubt.
Now, at the time that in 2020 you weren't working,
No.
did you file taxes in 2021?
No.
Have you ever had a job where you filed taxes before 2020?
Yes.
Okay, when did you file taxes before 2020?
I don't know. It's been a couple years.
Okay, but around that time you weren't working, but you were living in that house and supporting your mom and your son and Torgon, right?
No, my mom worked.
What did your mom do?
She is a cashier.
So your mom, as a cashier, was supporting you, your 19-year-old son, and Torgon Williams, right?
No.
Who was supporting them because Torgon Williams wasn't working, was he?
No, I also used to take care of my grandma, and I got paid for doing that.
Who paid you to take care of your grandma?
My dad.
And how much money did you pay taxes on that job?
No.
Okay. And like I said, Torgon Williams wasn't working, was he?
No.
Isn't it true that you were selling drugs at that time out of your house?
No.
In the grounds? Okay, let me see counsel at sidebar.
I ain't gonna lie, Ksoo lawyer is tough. You guys can already see where she's going with this by asking her, did you sell drugs out the house? Knowing that there's a high possibility if anybody in that house was caught for selling drugs, it was obvious that drugs was being sold through that house. Now, in this situation, her boyfriend is Torgan. To me, that is an unknown person at this particular moment. Until he starts to come up more, I guess we'll end up figuring out who he is. But he's not even really important right now when it comes to this case. But he was there and he did tell his girl to go pick up Ksoo. So for him to not even be in the mix is questionable. But I guess that'll be a topic for another day. But yo, Ksoo's lawyer is cooking. She is about to really make everything she says incredible. It's cause like, once you tell one lie, everything else you say, it don't even matter no more.
The man you're married to now, right?
Yes.
You started dating him after you broke up with Torgon Williams, right?
Yes.
He was arrested in 2022, right?
Yes.
He was living with you at the time, right?
No.
He wasn't living with you in 2022?
Are you talking about, which arrest are you talking about?
I'm going to talk about the arrest that he has for selling fentanyl and cocaine.
In December, we were separated.
Okay,
We're
so
not together.
But you were living before with him?
Yes.
And then in the interim, when you weren't together, he was arrested for selling fentanyl and cocaine.
Yes.
Okay. And you're still married to him now, right?
Yes.
His case is still pending, right?
Yes.
It's being prosecuted by the state attorney's office.
Yes.
And that case isn't going to be resolved. Its next court date is after this trial, right?
I don't know. His lawyer handles all that. I don't go to the court dates.
As you sit here, you don't know when your husband's next court date is. He's incarcerated, right?
I don't know when his next court. His lawyer handles that, and then he reiterates to me.
Okay, and you don't go to his court dates?
No.
But he's in jail.
Yes.
And now you are testifying on behalf of the same office that is prosecuting your husband, right?
Yes.
We all could clearly see what she's doing. It is questionable. We can't take that away, that she's testifying and her man still has an open case. It kind of makes it seem like she's doing it to get her man a better plea. Now, the lawyer is actually doing a great job of making people think that she may have a motive to testify against Ksoo, and it may be to help her boyfriend in the long run. But this is where what the witness is saying is gonna go for a real huge spin.
Your testimony is that you knew there was a murder right by your house, right?
What do you mean? When did I know, though? What do you mean?
When did you know that there was a murder? You had to have known when you saw the news later that day.
Yes, later that day. Yes.
Within 24 hours, you knew that murder happened and it involved your boyfriend, Torgon Williams, right?
I didn't know for sure. I just seen the death of Charles McCormick on the news.
At the strip mall, right around from your house, right? The one where you claimed that you heard the gunshots from your house, right?
I didn't never say I heard any gunshots.
Okay, because you were asleep all morning, right?
Yes.
And can't testify to anything that happened at your house before you woke up, right?
Correct.
But you picked up the shooter and you helped him get away, right?
I picked up Hakeem Robinson. That's who I picked up.
And they are claiming he is the shooter, right?
Yes.
You picked him up and helped him get away and evade capture, right?
I guess if that's what you want to say, I was just picking somebody up.
Okay. Because if you claim you didn't know anything, then you can't get charged for accessory after the fact, right?
I didn't know anything.
So you're telling this jury that after you, Torgon or Kareem comes into your house and says, I need you to go and pick up Hakeem from the woods. You go and pick him up. You see later the day.
From the woods. That's not what was said.
Okay. So we're going to break it down, but this is what you want the jury to believe. You had no clue. You continued living with Torgon Williams, right?
Yes.
You had no discussions with him about what went on that day?
No.
Even though you had just seen on the news all this information about the case and know that they asked you to go and pick up somebody from that apartment complex.
Correct.
And you just didn't talk about it.
No.
Okay. So that you can come here and claim I didn't know, right?
No. I didn't talk about it. You're asking me. I didn't talk about it.
This girl put herself in the toughest position ever, to the point where she has to tell somewhat of the truth while lying at the same time. And I understand she probably was put under pressure to do these things to prevent her from catching those charges that consist of accessory after the fact. She didn't want those charges, so she was willing to do anything to get out of those charges. And it seems like that anything she had to do to get out of those charges was to say, I just picked up Ksoo. Because that's what she's so adamant about only talking about. The fact that she picked him up and she knew nothing. That is her claims throughout this whole little session. Do I believe her all the way? That doesn't matter. Does it sound like the truth? No. But that's up to the jury to decide.
You're also in Florida, right? You know about the law in Florida that we call this the Sunshine State, right?
No, what are you, no, I don't.
Everyone has public access to anything that's filed in a criminal case that's pending, right? It's open to the public.
Okay, yeah,
That you can go online and pull up anything you need to know about a case, right?
correct.
Including this case, right?
Yeah,
If you want to see interviews of witnesses, it's all over the internet, right?
yeah,
You could look it up. If you wanted to see the interview of Dominique Barner, you could find that, right?
yeah,
If you wanted to see the interview of his girlfriend, Janera Smith, that's on the internet for anyone to see, right?
I guess.
And it's not until April of 2022, over 2 years after the murder, after all of this has been on the news, that you claim that you know something about the case, right?
Yes,
You didn't go into their office of your own free will, right?
no,
You all of a sudden received a subpoena from the state attorney's office to go into their office, right?
yes,
If you don't comply with that subpoena, you can be held in contempt of court, right?
I guess. I don't know what happens if you don't.
And you didn't just show up on your own, did you?
No,
You showed up with your lawyer.
yes,
You go to the state attorney's office because they've ordered you to do so, right? And you have a meeting with law enforcement, right? And your lawyer.
yes.
That initial meeting that you had with them is not recorded.
I don't know if it is.
It's not.
I don't know.
So we have no idea what it is that those detectives showed you, right?
Right?
I have no idea what you said, word for word, to those officers, right?
Right?
Or what they said to you.
But I think when I first went in there, they did a state. Yeah, I was recorded. I did a
Are
statement.
you testifying right now that the first meeting that you had was recorded? Because I'd have
Yes,
to read.
yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'd make a motion at this time to compel.
Okay, well, sidebar. Thank you.
All right, so your testimony is that first thing was recorded.
Yeah, the first time I ever went in, I gave my statement.
Right, but you had two separate meetings, though. You first met with law enforcement, and then after you met with them,
No, I only had one meeting with my lawyer. I went in with my lawyer. That was it.
so your testimony today is that you only,
Yeah, I went in one time with my lawyer.
okay. Do you recall giving a deposition in this case?
Yes.
And that deposition was taken on May 10th of 2023, right?
I get that's the day it was. I don't know. I don't have it in front of me.
Can
Okay.
someone please send me a copy of the deposition? Thank you.
Sorry, Your Honor. And several lawyers were there, correct?
It was probably my lawyer and I think two lawyers. That's it. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it wasn't like a whole bunch of people. No.
Okay, a lawyer from the state's attorney's office was there?
Yeah.
A lawyer for Mr. Whitaker was there?
No.
No lawyer for Whitaker was there?
I don't think so. No.
Lawyer for Hakeem Robinson was there?
No.
Your testimony is that Mr. DeCoste was not present for your deposition?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the first meeting. I'm sorry. I'm confused. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll clear
yeah.
this up. We're talking about the deposition that you did on Zoom where you received the subpoena from the defense.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
everybody's lawyers were
Yeah,
there,
everybody-
right?
yeah.
And you swore to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Isn't that right? The same oath that you took before you took the stand today?
Correct.
Okay?
Now y'all see where she's going with this, man. It seems like she can't even stick to her story. She's kind of all over the place. She's saying certain things while keeping a lot of other things out, which I feel is very concerning. And this right here literally put icing on the cake. How she forgot about the meeting, but now she remembers.
The story, answer their questions before you went on record with a court reporter.
Okay, that could be the same day, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't understand.
Okay, no, and I want to make it sure the jury understands. What
Yeah.
I want them to understand is that you had a meeting. It's the same day. You first go and talk to the detectives and the prosecutors, and that's not recorded by a court reporter, right?
I don't know if it was. I can't tell you if it was or not.
Okay, so now you're saying you're not sure if it was recorded.
I'm not sure because you got me all confused now.
Okay, so is it that you don't remember what took place on the day that you went to the state's attorney's office?
I do remember what took place.
Okay, so
You're talking about a recording. You're saying, did I talk to this? Okay, I don't remember that.
so your answer is you don't remember if the first statement was recorded.
I don't remember.
Okay, but at some point they do. You remember them swearing you in,
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
and that was after you had already spoken to them.
yeah. My lawyer was there. Yeah.
Okay, because then after that they go on record and Joel Cooper starts asking you questions.
Okay. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
That's what we have a copy of.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, but what I want the jury to understand is that's not the first. It's not on the fly. You know what I mean? You already kind of run through everything before you go on record, right?
I don't know. talk to my lawyer, I guess, maybe. I don't
You want me to talk to your lawyer about that?
No, I'm saying, I guess, yeah.
Yo, am I tripping? I cannot be tripping. This was a terrible witness to put on the stand. I don't think this made the case any way, shape, or form stronger. I believe it kind of adds holes within the case because it kind of makes it feel like certain people were pushed and told to say certain things. The fact that she's saying too much of I guess and I believe, as if she's giving opinions rather than giving facts about what she knows and what she did. Like, that's confusing to me. Now we on to the next part. This is where an analyst proves that the picture was not a person that was 5'8". That picture can sort of prove that this individual had to been at least 5'10".
I'm showing you the current slide that's on the screen. Do you recognize that, sir?
Yes, I do.
And can you briefly explain to the jury what we are looking at?
On the left hand of the screen, the K1 and Q1 individuals were from the video of the event of interest, the shooting. On the right hand side, we have K2, K3, and K4, which were the known individuals that were analyzed, and the scans of them were processed during this examination.
And at the beginning of this process, when you received the dash cam video, what was the first thing you did upon getting that actual video?
Yeah, one of the first things we do in our shop is when we receive evidence, we make a forensic working copy of that evidence. That is an exact copy of the original evidence, and we conduct all our work on the working copies of the evidence.
Now, as part of your analysis in this case, did you send two colleagues, Mark Johnson and Kip Stavru, down to Jacksonville to conduct some of the data collection that you needed for your analysis?
Yes, I did.
And did that examination in Jacksonville take place on November 10th of 2021?
Yes, it did.
And specifically, what type of data were you seeking to have collected?
We were seeking to have a 3D terrestrial laser scan of the crime scene, forensic photographs of the crime scene, and we also took drone footage of the crime scene, as well as we scanned 3 individuals in a correctional facility.
Can you explain what we're looking at in this photograph?
This is the crime scene that my team scanned, and we applied a grid to the scene as well for our references.
In this slide?
In this slide, on the left-hand side, you can see these orange dots. Those are the positions that the laser scanner was positioned to actually scan the scene. And on the right is a photograph of the scene.
And this slide?
This is a summary of all the scan positions of the scene from the 3D terrestrial laser scanner.
And why was this data important to collect?
This data was important to collect because we needed an accurate dimensional analysis of the scene, and that way we could stitch the 2D video to the 3D data that we collected of the scene.
Can you explain what we were looking at in this slide, sir?
This is the setup that we used to scan the 3 individuals at the correctional facility.
And this slide?
As a positive control in this process, the team set up several identifiers on the wall, including those little square boxes with the weird-looking circles and dots in them. Those are targets for the laser scanners. And then we also included a calibrated line on the wall for various heights, and this was confirmed with a calibrated laser measuring device.
And that line that device appears to be connected to, what line is that, the measurement?
The bottom of that black line is 6 foot.
And what are we looking at this slide?
We then had each of the individuals assume several poses, and they were photographed, and this is the photographs of those poses.
Right, and so this is for K2?
This is for K2, yes, sir.
And for K3, who is Leroy Whitaker?
Yes, sir.
And finally, K4, Dominique Barner?
That's correct.
Now, the equipment that was used to collect 3D laser scans of these individuals, is it extremely accurate?
It's very accurate.
And is it capable of collecting an accurate height measurement for those individuals?
Yes, it is possible.
And though that wasn't required for your analysis, did Mark Johnson, while he was conducting these scans, get a laser scanned report of the barefoot height for those known individuals?
Yes, it's my understanding he did.
And are the laser height measurements for those individuals consistent with your overall analysis in this case?
Yes, they are.
And this slide, does that represent the laser measured height for the 3 known individuals?
Yes, those are the latest scans of the 3 individuals.
And on the left, that is K2, Hakeem Robinson?
That is correct.
And what is the height marked in that slide?
Based on this slide, it's approximately 6.03 feet.
All right, and to the right is that K3 and 4, both Leroy Whitaker and Dominique Barner?
That is correct.
All right, and what are their reported heights on the slide?
Mr. Whitaker is 5.62 feet, and Mr. Barner is 5.59 feet.
All right, seeing that kind of shows that there is literally no way you can confuse the 3 because their height is completely different. The stuff that they're using to analyze this is top tear, as you can see. And I ain't gonna lie, man, the more and more the case starts to develop, it ain't looking too good, man. It's not looking good at all. The picture we all been waiting for. The picture to see if the gun we seen with the person running on a dash cam footage can be found as a gun that Ksoo is allegedly holding, can get sticky. And they decided to share the picture, man. Let's watch that.
The weapon that's in his hand right there, not the other two. Okay?
And your question is, sir?
The same one as before, that you have no evidence that that gun wasn't given to him by one of his non-rapping, remaining in the streets friends.
I have no idea where the origin of that weapon was.
All right. Now, also with respect to this, thank you. Also with respect to this video, you can't say when it was taken, right?
I can tell you by the metadata analysis when the video, or at least the version of the video that I received, was recorded or written, but the actual first instance of this recording, I do not have any knowledge as to when that was done.
So you can't say that in January of 2020 that Mr. Robinson's hair looked like that.
I cannot attest to that at all.
And you're not testifying to that. That's not the purpose of this slide.
No, that is not.
Now, let's talk about your testimony about the shooter. You can't tell this jury the race of the shooter from your work, right?
No, I cannot.
Can't say the gender?
No, I cannot.
You can tell us that it is a human being within a range of a height of a little bit under 6 feet and a little bit above 6 feet, right?
That would be a correct statement, yes, sir.
You're not saying that Hakeem Robinson is a shooter.
I am making no assessments to that whatsoever.
For you to be able to rule out others that have motive, right, that are within that range, couple inches lower, couple inches higher, you would have had to have been presented by the government with their person so you could scan them, right?
To keep everything equal and fair, yes, they would have gone through the exact same protocol that we put all the other known individuals through and then run them through the exact same analysis process.
Did they have you analyze Christopher Brown?
No, I did not analyze that individual.
Torgon Williams?
No, I did not analyze that individual.
Abdul Robinson Sr.?
No, I did not analyze that individual.
Do you know the exhaustive list of people that would have a motive to go after Mr. McCormick?
No, I do not.
Is that question better for the detectives and law enforcement that are on this case?
I'm not at liberty. It's not within my exam. I don't know who in this jurisdiction would be the appropriate person to investigate that.
Now, we getting some strong evidence that is kind of hard to deny. The more and more people they bring in, the more and more the evidence starts to look stronger. I can't really say too much about it, but the only thing you really could depend on is the cross-examinations and the fact that these are the least of the issue. The biggest issue is the person we're about to hear right now. I believe Dominique Barner has this whole case in his hand, and depending on what he says and how truthful he could actually be in his testimony could dictate how this whole case is going to go. Now, Dominique Barner could set the tone, and he could also ruin the tone. He can't be like the first witness who says one thing that's truthful, then saying they don't know the rest. Dominique has to be willing to tell the truth and the full truth, even if it make him look some type of way, because that's the only way that could kind of close this case out. But getting into Dominique Barner and his story, this shows you how it be the first person who influences a lot of people to do these things to be the one to tell on everybody. This is crazy work, how Dominique Barner admits that he was the one sending around pictures and kind of hyping everybody up to go retaliate on the op.
Was, excuse me, Abdul Robinson Jr., Kareem, aware of this song?
Yes, sir.
What about Hakeem Robinson?
Yes, sir.
Leroy Whitaker?
Yes, sir.
Were they upset over that song?
Yes, sir.
After you heard the song, did you attempt to reach out to Charles McCormick?
Yes, sir.
All right. And how did you do that?
Through my fake page.
And why did you do that?
Basically to tell him like what he was doing wasn't cool.
Was, to your knowledge, Charles McCormick involved in any way in the shooting of Willie Addison?
No, sir.
What does it mean on the street if someone's described as soft?
Like, not capable of nothing. That's street.
Okay. Was Charles McCormick known as soft?
Yes, sir.
Towards the end of 2019, were you able to find out where Charles McCormick was living?
Yes, sir.
And how did you get that information?
Through Core.
Say that again?
Through Core.
And what is CORE?
It's a website like public information.
Is it the clerk's public website?
Yes, sir.
And on that public website, what did you find that provided some of the information you were looking for?
Well, I had seen that McCormick got pulled over, and it showed his address on his license. It showed his car and his license plate.
So when you say he got pulled over, did he receive any type of citation?
Yes, sir.
Did you see that?
Yes, sir.
Now, when it had the address, did you get the unit number or just the address for the apartment complex?
Just the address for the apartment complex.
Do you recall where that apartment complex was located?
Yes, sir.
Where?
Off Atlantic Boulevard.
After you got the address for that apartment complex, did you do anything to look that complex up?
Yes, sir.
And what did you do?
I Googled it.
All right. And did you see images of it?
Yes, sir.
Did you tell anyone that you found his address?
Yes, sir.
Who did you tell?
I told Kareem.
After that, did you continue to monitor Charles McCormick's Instagram page?
Yes, sir.
Were you trying to keep tabs on him?
Yes, sir.
In December of 2019, did Charles McCormick post anything that kind of caught your attention?
Yes, sir.
And what was that?
Posted a picture
And why was that of interest to you?
because he posted in the same apartment complex.
Did you recognize that location in the photo?
Yes, sir.
When you saw that photo posted by Charles McCormick, what did you do?
Text Kareem.
Abdul Robinson Jr.?
Yeah.
And what was the purpose of texting Kareem?
Let him know that he posted a picture at his house.
Charles McCormick?
Yes, sir.
And why did you want to share that information?
Basically, so we can ride through, see what was up.
So after you sent that information to Abdul Robinson Jr., what happened?
They came and picked me up. And we went out there to go see where he posted the picture at.
Who's they?
It was me, Kareem, Hakeem, and Scotty.
So Scotty Leroy Whitaker,
Yes, sir.
Hakeem Robinson,
Yes, sir.
and Kareem Abdul Robinson Jr.
Yes, sir.
And when they picked you,
For you to be the one to share these photos, get everybody riled up, and now you're doing this, it kind of gives you guys the reason why I be so on a couple of y'all, man. Like, y'all gotta really stay from around certain folk that gonna influence you. Reason being why, they'll be the same one to tell on you. You gotta think a little bit smooth. But here's Dominique's story on how everything went down that day.
Well, we rode back through where he stayed at,
and what were you looking for?
his car.
Was his car still there?
Yes, sir.
Once you observed the vehicle, did y'all continue to drive through or did you stop?
We stopped.
All right. And what happened after you stopped?
We backed in next to his car, and Kareem wanted to see like the tag for himself, so he got out and looked at the tag and got back in.
And what did he say?
He was like, "That is it."
After Kareem confirmed that was the correct car, what did all of you do?
We left.
Where'd you go?
We went to Eastport Apartments off of Main Street
And what was the purpose of going there?
to get a stolen car.
Did you get a stolen car from there?
Sir,
What kind of car?
a Nissan Altima.
You remember the color?
Yes, sir.
What was it?
It was gray.
And what was the purpose of getting a stolen car?
No trail.
Say that again?
No trail.
No trail?
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you mean by that?
So it won't come back to none of us.
Who got into the Nissan Altima?
Me, Ksoo, and Scotty.
Who was driving the vehicle?
Me.
How'd you get the keys?
They was handed to me
By who?
by Ksoo.
Hakeem Robinson.
Yes, sir.
Did Hakeem Robinson do anything or say anything to you when he handed you the keys?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
He smirked. He smirked at me
What did you take that to mean?
that I was driving.
All right, I'll sustain that objection.
After you got the keys, did you get into the driver's seat?
Yes, sir.
Where did Hakeem Robinson and Leroy Whitaker get?
In the back seat.
Did Abdul Robinson Jr., Kareem, get into the Nissan?
No, sir.
What about Torgon?
No, sir.
Where were they?
Still in the Dodge Journey.
Did you drive Hakeem Robinson and Leroy Whitaker back to Charles McCormick's apartment?
Yes, sir.
And what was the intent for the three of you when you were going to that apartment complex?
Kill McCormick.
Did Abdul Robinson Jr. and Torgon follow
Yes, sir.
on the Nissan?
Yes, sir.
What was their role or assistance in following you?
Make sure the police don't get behind us.
Okay. Because if the police got behind a stolen car, what would happen?
We get pulled over.
Do you remember what kind of clothing you were wearing that morning?
Yes, sir.
What was it?
I don't black jacket, black pants, red shoes.
Do you recall what Hakeem Robinson was wearing?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
Nike jumpsuit.
You remember anything about the colors?
Yes, sir.
What?
It was black and gray.
Top or bottom? You remember? Are you talking about tops, bottoms? You said tracksuit. So.
Top and the bottom.
Do you remember what Leroy Whitaker was wearing?
Yes, sir.
Best you can remember. What was it?
It's like the same kind of jumpsuit.
Was it exactly the same?
Nah.
And okay. Your Honor, may I approach the witness one more time?
Yes?
Showing within mark for identification as State's Exhibit 8G. Do you recognize this? Yes, sir. All right, what do you recognize this to be?
Video of me jumping the gate.
Is anybody else with you?
Yes, sir.
What day was that?
Same day, January 15th, 2020.
Does this video fairly and accurately represent what you were doing on that day when you said jumping the gate?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, at this time, the State will move into evidence. 8G is the appropriate evidence.
Okay, any objection from Defendant Whitaker? Any objection from Defendant Robinson? All right, State's Exhibit 8G will be marked into evidence as State's Exhibit number 189.
And we'll come back to that video in a moment. When you were in the Nissan driving to Charles McCormick's apartment, were you armed?
Yes, sir.
What kind of firearm did you have?
A Glock 23.
A handgun?
Yes, sir.
And what about Leroy Whitaker?
He had a rifle.
Okay. What kind of rifle?
MP 15.
And had you seen him with that rifle before?
Yes, sir.
What about Hakeem Robinson?
He had an
Yeah,
assault
but-
rifle pistol.
Sorry. Did Hakeem Robinson have a firearm?
Yes, sir.
And what type?
Assault rifle pistol.
Do you remember anything about the make or model of that assault rifle pistol?
Yes, sir.
What was it?
It's an AR X-Star.
Say that last part again.
The AR X-Star.
AR X-Star?
Yeah.
Had you seen Hakeem Robinson with that firearm before?
Yes, sir.
Where?
Really, I always had it.
Okay. Are you familiar with a music video?
Yes, sir.
All right. Titled Bang It Out?
Yes, sir.
Have you seen that video?
Yes, sir.
Did Hakeem Robinson have anything in that video?
Yes, sir.
What did he have?
The same rifle.
Do you know if on January 15, 2020, Abdul Robinson Jr. had a firearm?
No, sir.
He didn't have one, or you don't know?
I don't know.
What about Torgon Williams?
I don't know.
Do you recall around what time you, Hakeem Robinson, and Leroy Whitaker all got back to Charles McCormick's apartment on January 15th?
I know it was like the sun was just not coming up.
Okay. So still morning.
It was still morning time.
When you got back to the apartment complex, was Charles McCormick's car still parked there?
Yes, sir.
Where did you park the Nissan?
Across from his building.
And why were you doing that?
Well, so when he came out, he couldn't see the car.
The car you were in with Hakeem Robinson and Leroy Whitaker?
Yeah.
Did Abdul Robinson Jr. and Torgon park near you?
No, sir.
Do you know where they went?
No, sir.
Could you see where they went?
No, sir.
Now, after you parked, where in the Nissan were Hakeem Robinson and Leroy Whitaker sitting?
Still in the back seat.
Both with their rifles?
Yes, sir.
And was there a plan at that point in time for what was going to happen next?
Yes, sir.
And what was that plan?
Well, they were going to ambush him as soon as he got in the vehicle.
All right. So, ambush who?
Charles McCormick.
And when you say ambush, what does that mean?
Like, well, we call it run down.
Huh? What does run down mean?
It's ambush.
Okay. Charles McCormick walked out of his apartment while y'all were sitting right there.
No, sir.
When he walked out, if the plan was to run him down, what would that have involved? What would have happened?
I'll allow him to answer if he knows, otherwise it would be sustained.
Do you know what the plan was for when Charles McCormick walked out?
Yeah.
All right. What was supposed to happen?
Well, when he got into the vehicle, they was going to jump out the car, and as soon as he got in his car, they was going to run him down and shoot him.
Who was?
Scotty and Ksoo.
So both Leroy Whitaker and Hakeem Robinson?
Yes, sir.
And they both were going to shoot him.
Yeah.
What was your role?
Just to come get him after it was done.
And get him out of there?
Yeah.
Did you all have to wait a long time for Charles McCormick to come out of his apartment that morning?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember about how long y'all were waiting? Was it hours?
It was hours.
While waiting for Charles McCormick to come out of his apartment, did you see Abdul Robinson Jr. and Torgon again while y'all were waiting?
Yes, sir.
Right. How did that happen?
They pulled up on the side of us to let us know that he had just made an Instagram post.
That Charles had
We
just made?
looking at, yeah,
And then to be on the lookout, is that what you said?
yeah,
Did they then drive back off?
yeah.
While you were waiting for Charles McCormick to come out, did anything happen that messed up this initial plan of the rundown?
Yes, sir.
And what was that?
Christopher Brown pulled up
And what did Christopher Brown pull up in?
his baby mother's car.
Did that upset everybody?
Yes, sir.
And why is that?
Because he was messing everything up.
I am not gonna lie, we heard a lot today. And what I evaluated throughout the whole day is these stories are getting more hectic. Now it's becoming way more believable because the people who was involved are the ones actually telling the stories. Now, Dominique Barner, as much as people may not like him right now, I could honestly say he's willing to tell the full truth. Like, he's not sugarcoating anything. He's not trying to make himself look better. And I feel like as of right now, Dominique Barner is the strongest thing that the state has right now. Because it's like, how could you not believe somebody who's admitting their role, not only just admitting their role, admitting their intentions and basically letting everything be known, like play by play. Like, Dominique Barner is literally the one who we knew from the jump had everybody in his hands, and right now he's doing what he wants to do with everybody, man. And if that could save him some daylight, that's what he's gonna do. But as of right now, Dominique Barner has officially kind of cooked the case, man. He kind of took the cake, and to see Ksoo's father come up is gonna be like the most toughest part of this whole trial. For you to look at your son and basically give him up. Now, I hope more people learn from these situations, but we can see what's next to come. I believe Ksoo's defense have something under his sleeve. Leroy Whitaker, him, I think there's not too much he can actually do due to the fact that he was involved in the home invasion. That puts him in a whole different type of boat, man. And at first it was looking like Leroy was going to take the fall and Ksoo was going to be able to kind of maneuver through the situation. But now it's looking hectic. It's looking sticky. The first witness, I don't see her being too credible due to the fact she was lying a lot. I see Dominique Barner being Ksoo's downfall as of right now. But we'll see what happens next on day 4. And I think day 4 finna be tough, y'all. So we gonna tap in early on that one. I just had to give y'all my take on the full thing as of right now. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. Let's chat in the comment section below. Right, verse of the day. Make sure you put WVOTD in the comment section below if this is a verse you felt like you needed to hear. Ephesians chapter 1 verse 7. In him we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins in accordance with the riches of God's grace.